Let's learn how to make chords and melodies once and for all. This is for people who know nothing about music theory and struggle with creating chords and melodies. So even if you have no experience, at the end of this video, you'll be a master at creating chords and melodies. Let's get started. Load up a piano sound. I'm using Cloud Piano, which is my own plugin, but any piano will do, and open up Piano Roll. Now here we are in Piano Roll. There is only one thing we need to set up to start creating our composition, and that is choosing the key of your song. So go right here into Options, go to View, Scale Highlighting, and now you get to choose the key of your song, the root note and the scale. You can choose any of these and this technique will work, but the ones easier to understand are major, Ionian, and minor natural. So use the right click of your mouse to select minor natural and then choose your key. We're gonna choose F. Again, use the right click, then the window won't close. Now our key is set to F minor natural. We can leave the screen and now you can see the piano roll changed. You can see some of the notes that are highlighted, like these ones, and some of them are darker, like these ones. Also, if you wanna see all the notes in piano roll, go to View, Key Labels, All Notes. And the first note we're gonna put in is F4. Which is the root note of F minor. It's good practice to start with the root note of your key, which is in the name of the key. Second thing you need to understand is how to create chords. Minor and major chords always have the same shape. A major chord has the first note, then 3 spaces, a note on the fourth one, then 2 spaces, and a note on the third one. This is the shape of a major chord. It's always the shape of a major chord. You need to have the first note, 3 spaces in between, the second note, then 2 spaces in between, and the third note. That's always a major chord. To create a minor chord, you just move the middle note 1 down. Therefore, a minor chord is the first note, 2 spaces in between, then the second note, 3 spaces in between, then the third note. These shapes are always the same, so you can always use them. Now, how do we know which chord to use, a major chord or a minor chord? Well, since we set up our key and we can see the highlighted notes, we always use the one that fits into the highlighted notes. So here, starting on F, if we want to create a major chord, that would be 3 spaces and then the fourth one is the note. But this one is not on the highlighted grid. It's on the darker one, so it cannot be in our key. Therefore, we know this will have to be a minor chord. So we're gonna leave 2 spaces, then put in the note on the third one, and then we're gonna leave 3 spaces and put in the note on the fourth one. And we can see all of these notes are on the highlighted grid, which means that's the correct chord to choose in this case. So let's continue and create a chord progression. So you can choose any notes that you want. So we're starting with F. Let's just put in the bass notes. So for example, that or whatever feels right for you. And then we just fill in the chords, again using the same strategy. So here a minor chord wouldn't be on the highlighted grid, therefore it will be a major chord here. You basically just fill in the chords, then double check if all of them are on the highlighted grid, which they are. So all of these notes are in the key of F minor. Now we can preview our chord progression. Pretty basic, but it works. This is the first step. Once you know this, you are on the right track. Now a few things we can do is do inverted chords. Basically, you select any note from your chord and put it octave higher. So right here, for example, I feel like the notes are too low, so I'm gonna take the lowest note, holding Control and selecting, and I'm gonna press Control arrow up to put it octave higher. Now the chord is still the same, but the notes are in a different order, but it will still work and it will sound slightly different. Here it is before we inverted it, and here it is now. The same chord, but notes are in a different order. Now you can do this anywhere and you can do multiple notes as well. So for example here, we can select those two, put them octave higher. But when you do that, you can forget which bass notes you used, because now you would think the lowest note is the bass note, but of course it's not, it's this one right here. So let me put them back. And a good practice is to select your bass notes before inverting the chords and just hold Shift and put them octave lower and then invert your chords. Now you won't forget which of these are your bass notes. Right now, we already have a great chord progression, a simple one, but a good one. But we can make it way more interesting by adding more notes. Now, of course, you can use any of these notes that are highlighted, but not all of them will sound great. But they will fit into the harmony either way. Of course, you can use any of the notes that you already have in the chord, so that is F, G sharp and C, and put them octave higher as well. Those will always sound good, but you can just experiment with different variations. So try a note and preview it. And also it's good to preview it with the previous chord as well. So this is nice to me. Okay, now let's do one more chord progression and then I'm gonna show you how to make the melody as well. So let's remove this, go back to View, Scale Highlighting, let's do Major and let's do G, G major. Now we have different notes at our disposal, but same techniques. So I'm gonna go faster now. And let's try a different piano sound from our Cloud Piano plugin. A very affordable piano, so if you want to check it out, link will be below in the description. And we can also enable some of these effects here to make it more interesting. Let's also add the bass notes. And let's create the chords. Again, the same shapes as I mentioned. Just like that. You can see here is a major chord with 3 spaces and 2 spaces. Here is a minor chord with 2 spaces and 3 spaces. Another minor chord and then a major chord. Just follow the highlighted notes. And of course, let's invert some of these. And now we can add a few more notes. Now we can add the melody. You must be wondering how to create the melody. Well, again, just follow the highlighted notes. We can go with a simple one by choosing one note, for example. Something like this. Okay, how did I just create that? Again, I was just following the highlighted notes, choosing G as my starting point, and then of course I still hum the melody in my head and then transfer it into piano roll, but when you know which notes you can use, it makes it way easier. Okay, let's remove this melody and let's try a more complex one. One thing you can learn about making melodies is there is always a question and an answer. So in this case, we go up in here, and then we create a loop by going down at the end. A Essentially, what I'm trying to say is the last part of your melody should also fit with the first part of your melody. For example, if I had A in here, I don't really like that, because you end with A and then you start with A and it doesn't sound as good when it repeats. So you really need to pay attention to your last note and the first note, so they sound good one after another when it repeats. One thing you can do before creating the melody is set the rhythm of the melody first. So just choose one note, maybe the note of your key, so G, and create a rhythm only. So just like so, we just created the rhythm. And now what we are going to do, adjust the notes. And as you can see here, we have this repetition, then we have pretty much the same one, but this note is higher here. And then the first one repeats again. So that's another thing you can do, is have the same repetition twice, but also every second time change something slightly. At the end, we want to make sure the listener knows it's the end. That's why we go down here. It doesn't necessarily mean you need to go down. We just go into a different direction as the previous repetitions. So we have, but at the end. So always keep that in mind when creating the melodies. Anyways, guys, that is it. That's how we create chords and melodies in 2025. Also, make sure to check out my piano plugin if you want to. It's a really affordable piano plugin for every producer. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.